Hello friends, welcome back to Ace Wisdom. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to linger in your mind like a melody you can't shake? What is it about them that makes them unforgettable? Imagine being that person, the one who holds a permanent spot in someone's thoughts, not because of flashy words or grand gestures, but because of a quiet power that draws people in. What if mastering a few key skills could make you that person? Picture this. Two individuals walk into a room. One demands attention, filling the air with loud opinions and forceful presence. The other barely speaks, but leaves everyone intrigued, questioning what lies behind their calm demeanor. The difference between these two lies not in words, but in the mastery of timeless Stoic principles. Today, we'll uncover 10 skills that will not only make others think about you non-stop, but will also help you live a life of purpose, power, and peace. Stoicism isn't just an ancient philosophy for Roman emperors or philosophers. It's a toolkit for life, a guide to mastering yourself in a chaotic world. It teaches us that while we can't control what happens around us, we can control how we respond. And by mastering the core principles of Stoicism, you can shape your presence in a way that compels others to think about you even when you're not around. In this video, we'll walk you through 10 Stoic skills that, once mastered, will not only make you unforgettable, but will also help you become a pillar of strength, resilience, and wisdom. These principles have stood the test of time, from ancient Greece to today's fast-paced world, and applying them to your life can have a profound impact on how people perceive and remember you. So stick around, because missing even one of these could mean missing the key to becoming the best version of yourself. If you're ready to master the Stoic skills that will make others think about you constantly, leave a comment below with the phrase, "I stand unshaken." This isn't just a declaration, it's a commitment to developing strength, self-control, and purpose. Don't just watch, engage. Make sure you stay until the end, because the last principle might just be the one that changes everything for you. Let's dive in. Stay focused. Principle 1. Self-control. Self-control is like a fortress. In a world filled with distractions, temptations, and impulses, how often do you stop and think before acting? Self-control is the cornerstone of Stoicism and one of the most powerful traits you can master. It's what separates the reactionary from the wise. Think about it. If you can't control your own emotions and desires, how can you expect to influence others? Imagine you're faced with a situation that pushes your buttons. Someone cuts you off in traffic, or a colleague undermines you at work. The natural reaction might be anger or frustration, but what would a Stoic do? They would pause, breathe, and respond calmly. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. By mastering self-control, you show others that you're not easily swayed by external chaos, and this makes you unforgettable. Every time you resist the urge to lash out or indulge in something fleeting, you're building a mental muscle. It's like training for a marathon. At first it's difficult, but over time you become stronger, more disciplined. People are drawn to those who can remain calm under pressure. And by mastering self-control, you become someone they admire and think about long after. What's more, self-control isn't about repression. It's about freedom. When you control your impulses, you're no longer a slave to them. You choose your actions consciously, with purpose, and this makes your presence magnetic. Everyone around you will sense that you operate on a higher level, not out of instinct, but out of intention. So, how can you practice self-control in daily life? Start small. Whether it's waiting a few extra seconds before responding in a heated conversation or resisting the temptation to check your phone every 5 minutes. Over time, these small acts of self-discipline will turn into habits that transform your life and the way others perceive you. Principle 2. Rational decision-making. How often do you make decisions based on emotion rather than logic? Rational decision-making is another key skill in Stoicism, helping you remain level-headed when the stakes are high. Picture yourself in a crisis. Emotions are running wild, but the Stoic in you takes a step back, assessing the situation with reason, not panic. Seneca famously said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Our emotions often cloud our judgment, leading us to make impulsive decisions. But when you approach life like a Stoic, you learn to separate fact from feeling, making decisions that are grounded in logic rather than momentary emotion. By mastering this, you become someone who others trust to make sound, thoughtful decisions, someone whose wisdom they seek out, even in your absence. In your everyday life, this can look like weighing the pros and cons before making a major decision, or simply taking a deep breath before responding to a difficult situation. This pause allows you to see things clearly without the haze of emotion. And the more you practice it, the more people will come to respect your ability to remain rational when others are losing their heads. Think of rational decision-making like sharpening a sword. With every decision made from a place of reason, you're honing your edge, becoming sharper and more focused. And people will notice. They'll start to seek your input, and your opinions will carry weight, making you unforgettable in their minds. Remember, mastering rational decision-making isn't about being cold or detached. It's about understanding that while emotions are a natural part of life, they shouldn't rule you. The more rational you are, the more others will look to you as a pillar of wisdom and stability. Principle 3. Resilience in adversity. Life will throw you curveballs, there's no doubt about it. But how you respond to those challenges defines who you are and how others perceive you. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to remain unshaken in the face of adversity. Have you ever met someone who remains calm and composed during tough times? That's resilience, and it's one of the most admirable traits in Stoicism. When you face setbacks, whether personal or professional, it's easy to feel defeated. But the Stoic understands that challenges are part of life. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Resilience is about seeing adversity as an opportunity for growth, not a roadblock. When people see you rise after every fall, they'll think about your strength long after the moment has passed. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding hardship. It means enduring it with grace. Think of a tree that bends in the wind but never breaks. That's how a Stoic handles life's difficulties. By mastering resilience, you become someone others admire for your strength, not because you never face hardship, but because you face it head-on and come out stronger. In daily life, resilience can look like picking yourself up after a failed project, maintaining a positive outlook despite personal setbacks, or simply refusing to be overwhelmed by stress. Every time you show resilience, you're sending a powerful message to the world. You can't be broken. And that's something people can't help but remember. So the next time life throws you a challenge, remind yourself that adversity is the furnace in which your character is forged. Embrace it, And you'll not only become stronger, but you'll also leave a lasting impression on everyone around you. Principle 4. Mindful presence. In a world full of distractions, mastering mindful presence is like holding a secret superpower. How often do you find yourself in conversation with someone who isn't really there? Their body is in the room, but their mind is miles away. Now, imagine the opposite. Someone who listens intently, focuses entirely on the moment, and makes you feel like you're the only person that matters. That's mindful presence, and it's incredibly powerful. Being fully present in the moment is rare, but when you master it, you create a lasting impact on others. Have you ever heard the saying, "People won't remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel"? When you're truly present with someone, you make them feel seen and valued. That feeling lingers, and so do thoughts of you. Practicing mindful presence isn't just about benefiting others. It's also about reducing your own stress and anxiety. When you're focused on the now, you're not worrying about the past or the future. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Confine yourself to the present. By doing so, you free yourself from the mental clutter that weighs you down and become someone who radiates calm and confidence." You can practice mindful presence in simple ways. By turning off distractions when someone is speaking to you, by engaging fully in the task at hand, or by taking a few moments each day to meditate and ground yourself. These small acts will create a ripple effect in your life, making you more memorable and more effective in everything you do. When you master mindful presence, you leave a powerful impression that goes beyond words. People will think of you as someone who is grounded, focused, and in control. Someone worth remembering. Principle 5. Emotional regulation. Emotions are like waves. They come and go, sometimes crashing into us unexpectedly. But the key to lasting impact on others lies in how well you ride those emotional waves without being swept away. Emotional regulation is the ability to manage and channel your emotions effectively, even when everything around you feels chaotic. It's the difference between being reactive and being responsive, two very different ways of handling life. Think of the last time someone lashed out at you in anger. Did their outburst make them seem powerful or out of control? Now imagine someone who remains calm, even in the heat of a tense situation. That's emotional regulation, and it's one of the most powerful Stoic skills you can master. As Seneca wisely stated, no man is free who is not master of himself. By controlling your emotions, you control your life, and by extension, the way others view you. This isn't about suppressing your emotions or pretending not to feel them. It's about acknowledging your emotions and then deciding how you want to act on them. For example, when you feel anger bubbling up, take a deep breath and ask yourself, will reacting impulsively serve me in the long run? By mastering emotional regulation, you show others that you aren't swayed by every passing feeling, which makes you both reliable and compelling. In practical terms, emotional regulation can be practiced by pausing before reacting in emotionally charged situations. It might mean walking away to cool down or simply taking a moment to think before speaking. These small acts of self-control build over time, helping you develop a reputation as someone who handles life's highs and lows with grace and balance. When you're known as someone who regulates their emotions well, you become someone others want to be around. Why? Because emotional regulation brings peace, and people crave that sense of calm in a world full of emotional turbulence. Master this skill, And people won't just think about you, they'll rely on you. Principle 6. Virtuous living. What kind of legacy are you leaving behind? That's the question at the heart of virtuous living. In Stoicism, living virtuously means living in alignment with your highest values. It's about doing the right thing, not because someone is watching, but because it's who you are. As Epictetus said, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Virtue isn't about perfection. It's about striving to be better, even when it's difficult. In everyday life, this could be as simple as helping someone in need, even when no one's around to witness it. It's about holding yourself to a higher standard, acting with integrity, honesty, and compassion. When you live a virtuous life, people notice, not because you're bragging, but because your actions speak louder than any words ever could. Consider this. In a world where many people compromise their values for convenience, living virtuously sets you apart. It's like being a lighthouse in a storm, a beacon of integrity when others are tossed by the waves of temptation. People are drawn to those who live with honor because they know such individuals can be trusted. Practicing virtuous living means being mindful of your actions, even when no one is looking. It's the small decisions, choosing kindness over harshness, truth over deception, that build your character over time. These choices create a ripple effect, influencing not just how others see you, but also how they think about you long after you're gone. By striving to live virtuously, you don't just inspire others to think about you. You inspire them to live better themselves. Your presence becomes synonymous with wisdom, integrity, and authenticity, making you someone they admire and remember. Principle 7. Acceptance of what is. How often do we fight against reality, wishing things were different? Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from accepting what we cannot control. The ability to embrace reality, no matter how challenging or unfair, is a skill that sets you apart. Think about it. How many people do you know who waste energy resisting things they can't change? Now imagine being the person who remains calm, accepting things as they are, and focusing only on what can be changed. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, advised, "You have to assemble your life yourself, action by action." By mastering acceptance, you're not resigning yourself to a passive life. Rather, you're freeing yourself from the unnecessary suffering that comes from resisting reality. When others see how calmly you navigate life's ups and downs, they can't help but think about your strength and composure. In everyday life, practicing acceptance might mean letting go of frustrations over things outside your control, like the weather, traffic, or the behavior of others. Instead, focus on your response to these situations. How can you make the best of the circumstances you're in? By shifting your mindset from resistance to acceptance, you become someone who radiates peace and resilience. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means redirecting your energy toward the things you can influence, your thoughts, actions, and attitudes. This shift in perspective is powerful, and people will take notice. They'll admire how you stay grounded, even when life throws its hardest punches. By mastering the art of acceptance, you not only reduce your own suffering, but also become a beacon of calm in a chaotic world. And that's the kind of presence that people won't be able to forget. Principle 8. Purposeful action. What drives you each day? Are you acting with purpose, or are you just going through the motions? One of the key teachings of Stoicism is that life's meaning comes from purposeful action, knowing your why and taking deliberate steps toward it. In a world filled with distractions, few things are as memorable as someone who lives with clear intention. Think of purposeful action like a ship with a destination. Without a clear course, a ship will drift aimlessly, tossed about by the waves. But with a destination in mind, every move is calculated, and the ship stays on track. In your own life, taking purposeful action means being clear about your goals and values, and aligning your actions with them. In daily life, this could mean setting clear intentions for your work, relationships, or personal growth. Instead of passively reacting to what comes your way, you actively choose how to spend your time and energy. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." By acting with purpose, you position yourself to create your own luck. When others see you acting with intention, they see someone who knows where they're going, someone worth remembering. Purposeful action gives your life direction, and that sense of focus and drive is magnetic. People will not only think of you, but also be inspired to follow your lead. Living with purpose doesn't just change how others perceive you. It changes how you experience life. Every step becomes meaningful, every action deliberate. This makes you not just memorable, but also deeply fulfilled. Principle 9. Gratitude for the present. Gratitude is like a magnet for positivity. When you're able to appreciate what you have in the present moment, instead of constantly yearning for more, you create a powerful presence that others can't help but notice. Have you ever been around someone who radiates contentment, no matter what's going on around them? That's the power of gratitude, and it's a key Stoic practice. Epictetus advised, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." In a world that often tells us we need more to be happy, more money, more success, more recognition, gratitude helps us find contentment in the here and now. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, and that shift in perspective is contagious. In daily life, you can cultivate gratitude by taking moments to reflect on what's going well, even in the midst of challenges. It could be as simple as appreciating a cup of coffee, the warmth of the sun, or a supportive friend. Gratitude grounds you in the present and reminds you that there's beauty in even the simplest things. When you embody gratitude, others can't help but be drawn to your positive energy. You become someone who isn't constantly chasing happiness, but who finds it in the present moment. That kind of contentment leaves a lasting impression. By practicing gratitude, you not only improve your own well-being, but also leave a ripple of positivity wherever you go. And that's something people will always remember. Principle 10. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, manage, and influence both your emotions and the emotions of others. It's a skill that transcends mere intellect and taps into something deeper, the ability to connect with people on a human level. Think of it as the glue that binds all the Stoic principles together. Without emotional intelligence, your self-control, resilience, and rational thinking are incomplete. Emotional intelligence means being attuned to your own emotions, but also being empathetic toward the emotions of others. As Marcus Aurelius said, "What injures the hive injures the bee." In other words, we're all interconnected, and the more you understand and navigate the emotions of those around you, the more harmonious and impactful your relationships will be. In practical terms, emotional intelligence can be applied in conversations, where instead of reacting defensively, you take the time to understand the other person's perspective. It's about reading the emotional tone of a room and adjusting your approach accordingly. This makes you someone people trust, someone they feel safe confiding in. Emotional intelligence isn't just about being nice, it's about being strategic in how you manage relationships. It helps you navigate conflicts with grace, build stronger connections, and become someone others look to for guidance and support. When people feel understood by you, they think about you long after the conversation ends. Mastering emotional intelligence makes you unforgettable because it taps into the most fundamental part of human experience: our emotions. When you can connect on that level, you're not just remembered, you're cherished. Now that you've explored the 10 Stoic skills that can make you unforgettable, it's time to put them into action. Remember, it's not enough to know these principles. You have to live them. The more you apply these skills, the more others will think about you, not just for what you say, but for how you make them feel. Before you go, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video in this series, where we'll delve into mastering the art of resilience in even more detail. And trust me, you won't want to miss it, because what's coming next could be the missing piece in your journey to becoming unstoppable. Thanks for watching. And remember, the path to mastery is a lifelong journey. Stay focused, stay stoic, and I'll see you in the next video.